Hey everyone, it's BuzzRail96 here, and welcome to another Train Sim World 4 livestream. For today's stream, we're going to be taking a look at one of the very early routes in Train Sim World's history, and that is the first British route for the game, Great Western Express. It depicts a section of the Great Western Main Line from Reading to London Paddington in its transitional era, if you like, from, well, normal diesel power to full electrification. So we're going to do a couple of services on the journey mode today and have some fun. So we're going to pick mainline driver, and we're going to do a high-speed train from Reading to London, from London Paddington to Reading, and then after that we will take a 166 from Reading to London Paddington on a stopping service. But hope everyone is all well and had a good weekend. Hey Liam, nice to see you. Hope you're well. Right, here we are in the cab. Okay. DST, AWS. Oh yeah, the gauge lights. We're gonna need that, aren't we? Where's it gone? There it is. Before we go any further, turn on the motion blur. Headlights set to nighttime. Set it to bright. I think we're all good to go. So let's rock and roll. Miss the HSTs, man. Miss them very much. Miles better than the Class 800s that GWR have now. Our one and only stop is, of course, Reading, and that is 34 miles away. What's rather ironic is that both services I've chosen to do in this stream are at night time, and I think the second one is in snowy, wintry conditions, which pretty much matches weather at the moment in the UK. Extremely cold and wintry. It's always nice to revisit this route, the route that's closest to my doorstep. Such a shame that Dovetail have lost the license to Great Western Railway. I reckon so much more could be done. Certainly an official GWR loco add-on would have been wonderful to see, but unfortunately that's never going to happen. It would be nice if Dovetail updated the scenery though, and the lighting and the weather. Match it with the, you know, Train Sim World 3 era, Train Sim World 4 routes as far as the visuals go. And of course this is the only route in the game where you can play the Class 66 in Deutsche Bahn Schenker red livery, I think. Sadly the 66 on GWE hasn't been updated with any new sounds or physics. I think the marker lights are still broken after all these years. Typical dovetail. Yeah, Liam, I've had to turn my storage heater on for the first time all year. I haven't had it on all day, as you know, as much as you've had your heating on, but I'll turn it on now and again and get a big boost of heat. Had the fire on downstairs pretty much most of the time this past week and weekend. What would have been nice if this route had some small little extensions. I mean, the extension to Heathrow would be lovely, which I think is here, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe there. No, I think it's that one actually. That goes down to Heathrow Terminal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just making sure we're in the speed limit still. Good. Also, there's some other, you know, little branches here. This one goes to where was I? Need to go all the way back down again. There's one branch line here. That goes to Henley on Thames. Unless I'm mixing the branch lines up. Let me just double check. Yeah, Henley on Thames is the first one. Second branch line here. That goes from Maidenhead to Marlow. You've got a small little branch at Slough. Just trying to find where it is on the map. I think it's that one there. That goes to Windsor and Elton Central. Serves the town of Windsor. And is not too far away from the Royal Estate in Windsor. So yeah, I think a missed opportunity there with those branches at least. Gives the 166 more to do. But maybe have the Greenford branch as well, since you simulate a portion of its service from, what is it? They don't do it anymore. Back then I think it was London Paddington to, was it Ealing Broadway or West Ealing? Let me just check. Yeah, gotta be West Ealing, isn't it? Or is it Ealing Broadway? I don't know, I'm getting myself confused now. It was such a long time ago. I think it was Ealing Broadway. But I might be wrong. I can't remember. What I will say is that I do not have a cup of tea or a biscuit, unfortunately. A, because I don't have any biscuits, and B, I've had enough tea for today, so I've got some orange juice instead. Being healthy for once. I don't eat much food, to be honest with you. Hey Banana Craft, nice to see you, hope you're well. Yeah, it does need an update. Unfortunately it can't be extended or anything like that due to due to the fact that Dovetail no longer have the GWR license. But I don't think it gives them any excuse to not at least update the route scenery or clean it up a bit, like what they did on Southeastern High Speed. You know, make little improvements here and there or additions to the route scenery. They could certainly upgrade the lighting. You know, add the new clouds and lighting and all that. I'd be gobsmacked if they didn't, to be honest. Certainly make the route look a little bit better. Little bit better. So it seems when Dovetail, I think, went on this route and you know, got reference material, did their research, photographs, some videos and all that kind of stuff. Electrification, as you can tell, had been pretty much done and dusted. Not for the entirety of the route, of course not, but it certainly does carry on. You can see the overhead gantry of the wires. Have we passed Slough? I think we're about to pass Slough now, as a matter of fact. I'm not sure. Let me just check on the map here. Oh, Slough's a long way away. It's there. My bad. I think Hayes and Harlington, isn't it? I think it is. We're about to be charging past. It's weird because obviously some elements of the route look totally different. Particularly, you know, Old Oak Common and definitely in the Ealing area of London. Yeah, but the maximum speed limit you can reach on this route is 125 miles per hour. Would have been nice if they extended the route a little bit more. I don't know where to, or where. I'm thinking Newbury would be a good one. Get a bit more mileage out of it. And on the subject of branches, actually, it would have been really cool if they did the branch, not all the way down to Basingstoke, but maybe have the branch to maybe Reading West. Or maybe one of the newer stations on the route, which is Reading Green Park. Definitely that part of the town is having lots of construction built, new accommodation, small businesses, and popping up in that part of the town. It's near Medeski Stadium, home of Reading Football Club. I watched them today on ITV. They were crap. I was not pleased when we lost in the FA Cup to Eastleigh, believe me. I was furious. Absolutely seething. And I watched Manchester City versus Tottenham, and that was a roller coaster of a game. Not pleased with the fact we're still conceding goals, but heck, I'll take a point. First half was rubbish. Second half, well, it was better, more purpose to the way Tottenham played. I just think we need to improve our defence massively. Hopefully in January or next summer we will bring some more defensive reinforcements. 20 miles to go until Reading. This is what is it in the game time wise? 16:39. Look how dark it is. This is obviously in the winter time. Earlier, in fact, for my football game got called off today as the pitch was frozen up. Still had to go out as it was my cousin's 18th birthday today. Oh, very nice. Hope he had a good day. Hope he had a great birthday. Just reduce the power. There we go. Hopefully reduce speed along with it. Yeah, it would be nice to put on a craft if it did run to Heathrow Airport. No, I don't think you should write an email to Dovetail about the route, because it's never going to get fixed or improved, let's say. I mean, it's been what, 6-7 years since this route came out, so I'm not expecting miracles, I'm afraid. Oh, you're doing nice, Banana Craft. Hope it's hope the shift is going okay. If you're working tonight, that is. Yeah, it's right, Banana Craft. It is such a shame they can't improve it. Well, the scenery, I would love to see them improve it, but then that would set a precedent of doing all of the older routes, improving their scenery, you know, from Long Island Railroad to Trans-Pennine and everything in between. So, and yeah, the boardroom of Dovetail don't want to have that becoming the developer's main priority, because they just want to keep milking the game dry as far as money is concerned. I guess I'm not going to sleep tonight. Is it because of me, or is it because of your work schedule? Whatever schedule that is. Presumably very early. Very, very early. Oh, right, I see, Banana Craft. I don't know what the temperature is actually. It's currently raining, believe it or not. No snow, just lots of rain. Absolutely chucking it down today. I think the next week is not looking too great as far as the weather is concerned. Not really snow, but I think just lots of rain and cloud. According to the forecast, anyway. Liam, 25 years time, Great Western Express remastered. You'd be lucky. You'd be very, very lucky if this was to get a remaster. I mean, hopefully, you know, one day they can negotiate a new licensing agreement with Great Western Railway and bring the license back. Then hopefully, maybe, just maybe, this route could be improved. I mean, in some ways it's quite similar to wrong button. In some ways it's quite similar to the Midland Main Line. It's roughly the same length. You've got quite a few number of stations. You've got a diesel multiple unit doing the local services. You've got the HST. The only difference I would say is that you've got, I suppose, two main terminuses up in Nottingham and Derby, whereas with this it's just London Paddington. But the great news about Midland Main Line from Skyhook Games is that is getting getting big upgrades and updates to the routes, scenery, and, you know, fixes to scenarios and services and the rolling stock, which I really admire. Skyhook Games, if only Dovetail could have that level of commitment of improving their routes of the past. I'm not saying Midland Main Line is old or anything. I mean, it came out earlier in the year, but it just would be nice to see that level of commitment to making sure, you know, that they get the fundamental details as well as fixes implemented. Exactly 7.5 miles to go until Reading. Then we'll run up the other way to London Paddington with a Class 166 on a passenger service. We've got a yellow coming up. There's a train in front of us. Maybe. There's a freight train. Oh no, it's going to cross onto our track, isn't it? Oh, maybe not. I thought it was for a second. Oh, there it is. Oh, bugger. Drat. I'll have to slow down. I can see the red on the HUD, so I'm going to immediately start braking. Come on, brake, 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 for all you're worth. See the red signal. Reduce the braking to initial. Should pull up comfortably in front of the signal. One thing I will credit Dovetail is that they got the sounds of the HST spot on, certainly from the exterior perspective with the coaches. Sounds just like it was in real life back in the day when HSTs ruled this part of the Great Western Main Line. And this is still the only HST with the where you can open and close the coupler hatch. I like that. Earlier schedule. Oh, if 6 dogs down the neighbourhood to keep barking all night as if they're communicating to each other. Oh no. Oh, fair enough for him. Banana the 125 don't have a good stopping distance. I think the braking on the Midland Mainline version of Alenta HST, I find that one a little bit fiddly. I don't know, maybe it's more authentic to this particular HST on Great Western Express. This one is a little bit easier when it comes to its braking characteristics. Right, we're able to continue and hopefully won't have to stop at a red signal again until we reach Reading. Where's that freight train? There it is, trundling towards the main station. I must say, when I was at Reading Station on Tuesday morning, it was absolutely freezing. I had to put my gloves on. Thankfully I got a hot chocolate from one small little shop on the platform. getting into the Christmas spirit as well. Got the Christmas decorations and the tree out. I haven't been able to put them up yet. Next weekend I'll put the tree up and the decorations. It's been rather hectic this weekend at home. Had new furniture arrive, but also had to get rid of the old furniture, so it was a task, that's for sure. Getting the new furniture in wasn't the problem, it was getting the old furniture out that was. Two and a half miles to go until ready. That freight train should have disappeared by now. Oh yeah, it's gone on to another track. So it's out of the way. Should have no problems. Get prepared for our final little, I'm trying to find the right word. Whatever, I'll forget that. The final approach to Reading, that's it. That was the word I was looking for. Speed limit should reduce to 30, I believe, or maybe not. Normally it goes down to 30. Not this time. What platform are we on? Ooh, I'm gonna make a guess. 6, maybe? Just carry on a little bit more. There should be a HST stop shine on the platform. There's WH Smith. Don't know if that's still there actually. There's the HST stop sign. Perfect. Here we are at Reading. Does it say what platform we're on? This is platform 7, I know that, because I was on it the other day. It says platform 3. That's not right. Unless it means that's platform 3. This is platform 1 apparently. That says platform... So this is platform 1, that's platform 2. This is saying platform 3. I'm adamant that the platform I was on was this one, and it was platform 7. Well, unless they've changed it. No, they couldn't have. I'm adamant that this is platform 7. It must have been platform 3 at the time. This platform, yeah, you've got 11, 10, 9, 8, and 7, 6, 5 and 4, presumably all the way over there. Oh. I'm pretty darn sure that the platform next to us was, on the left, was platform 7. Sure it was. Yeah, I'm sure, yeah, it was. I know it was, yeah. Oh, how bizarre. I don't know, maybe they changed the numbering of the platforms in, well, back then. I don't know now. Earlier when I see the HST from the outside, whatever TSW or real life, still get flashbacks from when I got on the original Train Sim world. Love that feeling. Yeah, so did I. So do I. So do I. Just seeing a HST in real life gives me good feelings. Why? Because they were comfortable. The 800s these days, they are... the seats on them are not seats, they're more like bleating ironing boards. Absolutely terrible. Right, what am I doing? Network of turbo. That's not the one. That's the one. This is in the snow, so this will be a challenge. Or snowing. I'll just have a sip of my juice before we commence the journey along the Thames Valley to London Paddington. Oh, fantastic. Hey Ben Davis, nice to see you, hope you're well. Would like them to update this route and put the A3 of LMS Jubilee on the timetable as a steam tour, but means work. Yeah, it would be cool to see a rail tour service, actually. That could, maybe, just maybe, happen. They won't update the route as far as scenery goes and GWR operations. Okay, so we don't have to unlock the doors and allow the passengers to board or commence, but I'm going to do that anyway. Why? Because I can. Make sure the preheating is on, the lighting is on. The headlights are set to, was it 7:34 in the morning, so it should technically be in the daytime, but I'm going to put it to nighttime if I can find it. There it is. Just trying to find the safety system, DSD, TPW, S and AWS fuses all set. Excellent. That doesn't work. Oh no, does it work? Oh no, it doesn't. Oh, I'm an idiot. Need to lock the doors. Can the cab be... Does the cab have any heater controls? I presume when it says train preheat, it means the cab as well. Engine start, engine stop. They don't work. That's the compressor speed up. Closing door buttons. Right, let's go. let's go to the first stop, which is Twyford. Just a single free coach unit for this early morning run. I thought the game said it was going to snow. It's obviously finished snowing. What's pretty cool is that Dovetail has implemented a passenger information system that you can actually edit to heart's content or change the destination. So it's going to London Paddington, but the amount of things you can do is crazy. The amount of destinations. You got Acton Main Line. I'll do it this way. Not in service, all stations. Are we doing all stations? TT Express, Network Southeast, Thames Trains, First Great Western. Hey, that goes back a bit. GWR, Worcestershire Parkway, Worcestershire Shrub Hill, Worcestershire Foregate Street, I think that is, Wokingham, Windsor, that's one of the branches, Westbury, Walgrave, Truro, on here really, Totnes, Tiverton Parkway, Tilehurst, Field, Fatcham, Taunton, Swindon, Swansea, Stroud, Stonehouse, St Erf, St Austell. I don't know why this has Cornish destinations. I don't think the 166s are ever used in the West Country. South Greenford, Shalford, Sandhurst, Reigate, Redroof, Redhill, Reading West, Reading Green Park. When they put it in, the station didn't exist when this route was made. Oh, it's a nice touch. Port Talbot Parkway, Plymouth, Pusey, however you say that. Peashaw, Penzance, Parr, Pangbourne, Oxford, North Camp, Newton Abbot, Newport, Newbury Racecourse, Newbury, Neath, Mortimer, Morton in Marsh, Marlow, Malvern Link, Liskeard, Ledbury, Kintbury or Nintbury, Kingham, Kemble, Ivybridge, Hungerford, Honeybourne, Hereford, Henley on Thames, that's another branch line on this section of the line, Hanborough, Guildford, Greenford, Great Malvern, Bedwin, Goring and Strictly, Gormshire, Gloucestershire, Gatwick Airport, Furs Platt, Farnborough North, Exeter St David's, Evesham, Drayton Green, Dorking West, Dorking Deep Dean, Dicker Parkway, Crowthorne, Cookham, Colwell, Caulsea, Chippenham, Chilworth, Cheltenham Spa, Charlbury, Castle Carey, Castle Bar Park, Cardiff Central, Camborne, Bristol Temple Meads, Bristol Parkway, Bridgend, Bramley, Bourne End, Bodmin Parkway, Blackwater, Betchworth, Bath Spa, Basingstoke, me name, Aldermaston, Reading, Twyford, Maidenhead, Taplow, Burnham, Slough, Langley, Iver, West Drayton, Hayes and Harlington, Southall, Hanwell and Elthorn, West Ealing, Ealing Broadway, Acton Mainline, and we're back to London Paddington. What a lot of destinations. That's probably the most in-depth PIS screen I've ever seen. So many destinations, not just destinations but from brands of the past. 2 miles to go until Twyford. Can't believe how long that took. If any of your local train stations are in that PIS screen, then you're welcome. I said it out loud. Big cheers for your local stop. If it's on the PIS screen, that is. I think one statistic is that I think the area of Reading is the only town, I think, or maybe excluding London, that has 3 stations that have the name, of the town, Reading. It's pretty rare that you have 3 stations close together that begin with the same name. Oh, we need a break. I forgot how slow this unit was to brake, or is to brake. I'll be gobsmacked if we stop on the marks here, but we're not. I know we're not. Emergency brake. Oh, stop at the end of the platform. I'll be very, very happy. I was too busy focusing on information screens. Stop. Thank you very much. There we go. This train is going to Oxford. Lovely. Whistle Stop Food and Wine. Is that an actual brand? Or is it a fake one? Not sure. Yeah, so you do get AI services that do go on the branch lines. This one's going to Henley on Thames, calling at Wargrave and Henley on Thames. Excuse me. Hey Thierry, nice to see you. Hope you're well. Yeah, Thierry Diesel Legends of the Great Western it's okay. I mean, I do like it. It's cool that you get to use the 52 on, you know, some express passenger services mimicking, you know, 1970s diesel action, but still, you know, it still doesn't hide the fact, you know, that this route could and should be a whole lot better. I mean, I know it was the very first British route for train sim world, and you know, Dovetail was just trying to build the foundations of the game, but yeah, I can't lie, you know, when you look at the branches, you know, going to Henley and Marlow and Windsor, Heathrow, and the great part of the Greenford branch, you know, it just would be nice if they actually finish those branches, plus update the route scenery. Yeah, it would be nice. It would be cool to see, but it's never going to happen, unfortunately. Maybe in a different game or a different developer. Maybe, just maybe. The next station stop is Maidenhead. We are going to miss... Are we going to miss any stations? No, we're not. I don't think we miss... Do we stop at all of them? What have we got? Taplow, Burnham, Slough, Drayton, Hayes, Arlington, Eaton, Broadway. Okay, we do miss out a few. Slough and Langley. Ivor, we miss Ivor out. West Drayton, Hayes and Harlington. Yeah, we stop there. Ealing, Broadway. Oh yeah, we miss Southall. I believe no trains stop at Southall at all on this route. Hayes and Harlington, West Ealing we miss, Acton Mainline we miss. I think that's all the stations that we will not be stopping at today. 6 miles to go until Maidenhead. It's not far from my uncle. Oh, Samuel Smith is there. Hey, your message was retracted, but I believe you're there, so give us a wave or say hello in the chat, just to confirm you are there. If you are there, if you are watching, hope you're well. Yeah, no problem, Banana Craft. You take care of yourself. Have a good week. Take care. If I don't see you in the next stream, then take care of yourself. It's your boy Ali 007. Hey, nice to see you. Hope you're well. It's a hell of a name. Yeah, it would be cool, wouldn't it, Thierry, to use some Class 166 services in a 6-car formation. I can't remember if a ran in 6-car formation on Great Western Main Line. Maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe to Gatwick, maybe? Potentially? Can't quite remember. I never go on these trains, never. It's either the express going to London Paddington, aka 800s, or the Elizabeth line. They are lovely trains that the Elizabeth line has. Seen them in the flesh. Marvellous looking machines. My mum's been on it. I haven't been on them yet. My mum has, and she said it was a smooth experience. Certainly a darn sight more comfortable than Plus 800s. The only reason I don't use these stopping trains going to London, Paddington and back to Reading is because, well, they're slower. Going if I recall, last weekend on Thursday, when I got on the train and went up to London, it was crap. The 800 we were on was down from 9 coaches to 5, so it was really cramped and horrible. But the train coming back, obviously, we had no such problem. We had a 9-coach train for the return journey, so it was much more civilized. I think I'll just stay in step 1 now of braking, as we're not too far from Maidenhead. Ben Davis, do you use Xbox or PlayStation 5? I use PlayStation 5. I don't know if there's deals on Xbox. I'm sure there is a Black Friday sale, but whether those sales have been retracted because obviously Black Friday is over. There'll probably be some sales with Train Sim World near Christmas, like some Christmassy or festive discounts or sale on Xbox. As far as PlayStation is concerned, I don't think there's any sales on at the moment with regards to Train Sim World. Maybe the base game, but as far as other add-ons, there's none that I can see. But then again, I have purchased pretty much most of the DLC, so I won't be able to see what the price difference would be, or if there would be a decrease in the price when it comes to a sale. Right, we are now on the final approach to Maidenhead. Wonder when the sun's gonna come up. Is it gonna stay this dark all morning? Most peculiar. Sky just looks dark and black, more like it's just like a giant thunderstorm or suddenly rolling over the Great Western Main Line. Would be cool to have some lightning though. What are they called? Thunder clouds, snow thunder or thunder snow. It's a very rare occurrence when you have a thunderstorm and snow mixed together. Here we are at Maidenhead. I think the branch line here to Marlow is simulated in the AI, I'm not too sure. There's no PIS screen, so I don't know. Should be. Oh yeah, here's one. Oh no, that's going to London Paddington. That's no good to me. Am I looking at the wrong branch? It shouldn't be, should I? This is platform 5. And the track then goes off to the right. It's not on our bit of track, is it? No, it can't be. Let me just check the PIS screen here on my platform, see if it says anything different. No, it just says London Paddington. So that's a bit of a shame that the branch that goes from Maidenhead isn't simulated by the AI. I swear they did simulate services going to Marlow. Oh, it's a shame. Right, the next station stop is Taplow, just under 2 miles away. Got a HST about to thunder through Maidenhead. We'll see it very shortly. Here is some services call at Southall, as well as a very low number of services that call at Hanwell. Is this in the game or in real life? If it's real life, then yeah, I can understand that. But in the game, I don't believe I've seen any services that stop at those stations. Excuse me. Right, I'll say the usual YouTube shenanigans. If you'd enjoyed the stream so far, then make sure to hit the thumbs up button below. And if you are watching for the first time, be it live or on playback, then I'd really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to the channel. Excuse me. The next stream will be tomorrow, on Monday, the 4th of December, 2023. I'm going to be taking a look at the very first German route for Train Sim World, the passenger-focused rapid transit route, which is in the city of Leipzig. It's a good game. Leipzig played earlier in the week when they faced Manchester City in the Champions League. Sadly they lost, but certainly turned up and put on a bit of a show. We are running a couple of minutes late, but that's about normal for Great Western Railway. Fairly long platforms here at Taplow. There we go. Thierry, trains are now mostly used on the London to Oxford runs on this part of the route, as now the wires are in place. Most local services are operated by the 387. I believe, speaking of the 387, when electrification was finally completed, I think for a brief time they operated some Heathrow Express services using GWR branded 387s. If they had completed electrification, if Dovetail choose to do this route in the modern era, the 387s will undoubtedly be included. Hence, you know, they've already got the 387s in the game. They just need to add the pantograph and electrification simulation of the 387 at work. The next stop is Burnham. TSW train stopping at Southwold, Hanwell. Okay. I swear on the PIS displays, I don't see trains stopping at those stations. Hopefully I haven't passed them yet. No, I haven't. I'll see if I can spot the platform and then use the free cam and have a look at the PIS screens. Unless they've added them recently, I'm not really sure. What's quite interesting, looked at Dovetail's website today and I found out when their next roadmap article will be published on my birthday. How lovely. But what's the most interesting bit is that there's going to be no new DLCs for December for Train Sim World, which is indeed a first, certainly as far as routes are concerned. I think pretty much since 2018 there's always been a new route released by Dovetail in December. That's not going to happen this time around. I think 2018 we had my beloved Northern Trans-Pennine. 2019 we had East Coastway. 2020 we had another one of my favourite routes, the LGV Mediterranee, the French TGV route. 2021, did we have any in 2021? Just trying to think. Maybe we didn't. I think we had Sherman Hill, I'm not too sure. 22 we had Bremen-Oldenburg from Germany, and it seems this year we're not going to get anything as far as new routes is concerned, which is actually quite nice for once. Hopefully Dovetail can release a few patches for their newest German route. I was going to pick it up immediately on release because it did quite interest me, but then I watched the pre-release stream and decided to stay clear. It didn't look in the best of states to me, and the fact that it didn't include the 204 shunter on its timetable, that disappointed me immensely. because yeah, you don't get to use the 204 on many routes other than the one you have to use to operate the 204, which is a main blizzard bomb. As you can see, the lights have gone out in the station. Seems to be daytime, so I'll set the lights to daytime. There we go. I always think when the station lights turn on or off, that means it's either daytime or nighttime, so I'm going to put the daytime headlights on, which I now have done. Let's lock the doors. GWR stands for go when ready. Yeah, that's true. Never thought of it like that. The next stop is Slough. Sometimes some HST services stop at Slough. I know I did a video a long time ago on my timetable series where a HST stopped at Maidenhead. It's very rare for a HST to stop at Maidenhead, particularly on a long journey from either I don't know, Oxford or Bristol or the West Country or Wales, like Cardiff Central, etc. Penzance or Plymouth. Slough is just over 2 miles away. Thierry, yeah, I have. I saw it on their Twitter account. I did try to access the patch notes, but the website appears to be down at the time. It was down for whatever reason, maybe down for maintenance. I managed to get on it this evening and have a look at the patch notes. I'm going to make a video on it tomorrow or maybe Tuesday. It's an absolute massive update, and it improves every element of that route. My god, scenery, signage, lighting, rolling stock, fixing, scenarios and some services. So it is a massive improvement for the Midland Main Line. The only problem is we don't know when we're going to get it, so there's no date when it comes to the Midland Main Line getting upgraded, but I'm glad it's getting that much needed visual overhaul. It will definitely bring it in line with 2 of the best looking routes in the game, in my opinion, which are Blackpool Branches and the Venida Talbarn. No question about that. What's also cool is that that big update is coming to Train Sim World free as well, as TSW4. Which I think is the first time in a long time that Train Sim World 3 will have been updated. I know Dovetail tried to say, oh, we're going to implement some updates to Train Sim World 3, but I think they've failed to do that so far. They might have updated the Northeast Corridor, New York Trento route, actually, come to think of it. But Dovetail do tend to say, oh, we'll continue to make these updates to Train Sim World 3, and they normally don't deliver on that. Which will then leave players no choice but to purchase the new game. An interesting marketing tactic, I suppose. There's the stop sign. Here we are at Slough. There's a platform here that will not get served by other trains, I'm afraid. Another HST roaring through. This is the branch line that goes down to Windsor, I think. Yeah, gotta be. That's gotta be Windsor, and that must be Heathrow, surely. Well, thank you, I'll just say 007 for short. Yeah, thank you for that, appreciate it. I wasn't gonna, well, I couldn't do, I normally stream much earlier than this. Unfortunately, because it's been so cold, I think the internet's been struggling a little bit in dealing with the cold weather. So I wasn't able to do any streaming earlier because I think the internet was just so crap. It was playing up. But later in the evening it got better, so I thought, screw it, let's do it. Squeeze one in before the day is out. I don't have work tomorrow, so it's fine. The next station stop is West Drayton. It's just under 5 miles away. I must say, GW, you know, as much as I bang on about Great Western Express looking severely, you know, outdated, you know, at the times, you know, modern train sim world, you know, lighting and scenery, particularly the distant scenery, but in the snowy conditions, I must say, it looks pretty good. I really mean that. Some train sim world routes in the snow look pretty crap, but this in this kind of weather conditions, I don't think it looked too bad. I really don't. I think it looks pretty decent in the snowy weather. I mean, heck, the trees are not covered in snow, so that's something. I suppose if you play around with the snow settings in the weather options menu, you can make the snow look a little bit better on some train sim world routes. I think S-Bahn Vorarlberg doesn't look great in the snow, but this I think looks okay in the snow. That's not me just being biased because it's the route closest to home, but I generally do think that this route doesn't look too bad in the snow. Certainly at close quarters, of course, in the cab. And driving along at 60 odd miles per hour. And the sky as well, I mean, it certainly adds to the wintry, snowy vibe. It doesn't look too bad at all. Thierry, the 5th of December is a big day, finally an official. Oh, is it? Oh, I've confirmed it. Oh, for Grand Theft Auto 6, the 5th of December. And that's going to go through the roof, the amount of coverage on that trailer. Every person that adores GTA 6 or just Grand Theft Auto in general just pour over that trailer looking at the fine details. No doubt we'll see probably thousands if not millions of trailer breakdown videos on YouTube. Not just by dedicated YouTube creators that focus specifically on Grand Theft Auto, but the big brands as well, like your IGNs, etc. Maybe the BBC as well, BBC, ITV. I mean, it's been a long time coming. And the GTA 5 release, 2012, 2013, nearly 10 years ago. My gosh. certainly took their time. I don't think there's a release date for GTA 6. I think it's probably 2024, maybe 2025, knowing Rockstar. They'll take as long as they want. From what I've read, I think the rumour is they're going to combine the GTA 4 and GTA 5 maps together and make like a GTA world in some way. I think that would just be insane. I think the main protagonist in GTA 6 is a female, which I think I don't think GTA has ever had a main female character. Obviously, you can create your own characters in the online world, but as far as the main story is concerned, I think it's the first story where the main protagonist of the story is a female character, which is good for the females that play GTA. To me, it doesn't bother what gender sets the scene for the main character. It's more about the personality and the dialogue that interests me, and the story behind it. Alright, we're coming into West Drayton. Whoa, brake, don't go too far. Whoa, that'll do. There we go. This bridge looks new. Certainly new for the station. As you can see, you got the barriers and some fencing up, giving you a sense that, construction is ongoing. That does look new, that bridge, doesn't it? For the station, you've got a crane in the background there, some pipes and stuff. So yeah, this route certainly gives the feel that construction is taking place and upgrading. Not only the main line as far as electrification goes, but also the facilities, stations and all that. Then we look at Acton mainline. That's got a massive overhaul. I think Ealing Broadway as well, and West Ealing, that had to be upgraded or improved in some way for the Elizabeth line or Crossrail, as some people still call it to this day. We just wanted to check. Haven't passed Southall or Hanwell. No, not yet. The next station stop is Hayes and Harlington. Liam, got to love when some idiot driver crashes in front of my house. I have to go outside the streets and away for a while. Oh no! Hope everyone's all safe and injury free. That's the most important thing. Silly driver. Probably under the influence of alcohol, I imagine. This time of night. Or just driver error, terrible mistake, maybe, who knows, or mechanical failure, I don't know. Hayes and Harlington is 2 miles away. Area GTA 6, we have 2 protagonists, both male and female. Alright, my mistake. OTA potential release windows between April 2024 and March 2025. So pretty much they got a whole year to play with as regards to a release date. Take your pick. Probably release it on Christmas Day in 2024. The best Christmas present ever. Am I gonna get that game? Absolutely. I love GTA 6. GTA 5, sorry. I don't play as much as I used to, but I occasionally get it out and have a play with particularly with my cousin. It's always good fun when we play it together. Right, I think this is the Heathrow branch we've just passed now. So the station coming up is one I've got to have a look at. PIS screens in particular, see if they're served by any passenger trains, whilst at the same time keeping an eye on the speed limit. Oh, sorry, this is Hayes and Harlington we're coming up to. My apologies. Made a mistake there. So transfixed on looking at Southall and Hanwell. God knows why. I only want to look at the PIS screens. Become obsessed with looking at them lately. Here is Hayes and Harlington. There's a stop sign. 2 and 3 coach trains. There we go. Perfect. Over 3 minutes late, but heck, who cares? It's a bit of a shame that the 66 doesn't make use of the some of the local industry. It's nice that Dovetail have added, you know, some static freight stock to the yards, but it'd be nice if they used them a bit more. This depot down here, I think, was used by the 101s in Diesel Legends. It's not in the modern day interpretation of Great Western Express. Early release there opposite to Dovetail. Instead of shortening the release dates between games, they extend them. It was like 2 years or something between GTA 4 and GTA 5. Now to 10 years for 5 and 6. It's true. I don't think I want to wait 10 years for a main game. It's a bit far. Maybe 2 years or a year. With Dovetail, it's a few months rather than a few years between major releases, like different games or major updates. There's a big Winter Core update coming, or part 1 of a Winter Core update. Why it's part 1, I don't know. I mean, what's happened to part 2? Is that happening in January or something? Sounds to me like trouble is brewing behind the scenes. As regards to the Winter Core update, hopefully the Midland Mainline mega patch will release with that so-called Winter Core update, which will improve the suspension physics in the game. I don't see why we need that, to be honest. I don't need it. I'm fine with how things are. But, you know, it is more realistic, I suppose. Well, hopefully this new suspension physics will be more realistic. I'm personally not too bothered about the physics of the suspension. I don't use the a cab sway camera. So if you had the new suspension, I imagine it would look pretty cool with the camera sway function on. For me, it doesn't mean much to me at all. I think the Pacer and the 323 on the training centre, they have their new suspension physics implemented. The next station stop is Ealing Broadway. Just going to check the map. Oh, no need. Handwell is coming up. Well, Liam, Greater Game is coming out roughly around my birthday. Well, we'll wait and see. As far as GTA 6 is concerned, it could be anyone's guess. I do not want to miss the station. Right, here it is. Little peek. Nice noise, as 166s make when at speed. Right, let's have a little peek. So no services stop on this platform, and I presume none on this platform either. Oh yeah, there he is. Fair play. 2 platforms. My mistake. Fair play. Thierry got that one right. Just over 2.5 miles to go until Ealing Broadway. Just want to check. Handwell is next. Yes, it is. Got a yellow coming up. That's the first in a while. Obviously a bit more congested at this part of the route, as we're now near the centre of London, or the outskirts of London I should say. Oh, I'm just noticing the red signal, we better brake. At the same time I want to look at the station. Put on the emergency brake, I know I shouldn't do. Right, that station, oh, it's called Handwell and Elthorne. Oh, never knew that. That hasn't got any services that stop there. There's one that stops at Reading. 8:48. I don't know which platform though, unfortunately. The PIS screen's in the middle, so that's no good. I don't know which platform. Presumably with the fence, it probably means this platform, so fair enough. Fair play, Thierry was right. Some services do stop at those stations. Oh yeah, we've got one that's about to go off the branch to Greenford, I think. Well, maybe not, because it's probably going to London Paddington. Yep, fair play to Thierry. He got it. He got the call spot on. Said there were services at those stations, and he proven to be correct. I was wrong. I could do with a coffee. This train has stopped. Okay. Why can't we go then? Another train, that's why it's just come through. Okay. So a bit of a traffic jam at the moment. If it doesn't move, you can delete it. Yeah, I know I can. I don't think don't think it shouldn't be a problem. That service just went by, so that must be a non-stop run from Reading to London Paddington, so it shouldn't be a problem. There we go. Thought we could carry on, and indeed we can. So close yet so far. Liam, better than what I do. I arrive at the station and do a fly past, as I'm too busy getting the speed to the absolute limit. That doesn't surprise me. Liam would laugh at Rockstar, say, but due to a little issue we have to delay the game again. We will get this sorted 7 years later. When the Train Sim Universe is released. Train Sim Universe. It would be nice if a Dovetail just did what they done to Train Sim Classic, where they stopped making a yearly release and just made one big main game and then just updated it over the years. Just past West Ealing. See the red signal up ahead. Right, we'll just have to wait until we've been given clearance to proceed into the station. Of course, now we are in London. I mean, I was determined the boundaries of London by the M25 motorway, so yeah, now we are in London. We were quite a while back, as far as what, the little branch line off to Heathrow. So it's obviously going to get a bit more congested as we edge closer to London Paddington, and the fact it's rush hour 2 means more trains to see. Wonderful. It is annoying, Thierry, believe me, it's so annoying playing the waiting game. It's part and parcel of train travel, I suppose. The signal just turned 2 yellow. 2 yellows, so we will be able to come to a stop at Ealing Broadway. Oh, sugar. Pressed emergency brake by an accident. That's my fault. Just keep going a little bit more. Now brake. There we are. Perfect. Here we are at Ealing Broadway. It's also the home of a terminus of the London Underground, the District Line, and I think the Central Line as well. Not mistaken. As you can see, we've got a tube train here. The wrong stock, but it gives you the impression that this is used by the London Underground as well. I could place more tube trains down, couldn't I? I think I'll do that actually. How do you do it? Since we got we will have to wait at a red signal anyway. Anyway, let's see how it's done. Oh, do you have to get out? Oh, that's a pain in the neck. I don't think I can do that. Now the wipers have decided to turn themselves on. Excellent. Let's see if we can get out and can I access the platforms in any way, shape or form? Ah, no, I don't think you can you? No, oh, that's a shame. Never mind. Never mind. I think if you want to do that thing of placing down trains on sidings and rolling stock, you have to do it on foot, unfortunately. Oh, that's a shame. Never mind. Off we go. The next and final stop is London Paddington. On the approach to London Paddington, we will actually have the Hammersmith and the Circle Line briefly making an appearance on this route, with 2 station stops on the route. That is Westbourne Park and Royal Oak. I think the Hammersmith and City Line as well uses the all the lines are on this route. Won't be too far from Old Oak Common. Certainly very different now to what it was in the game. And back in 2016-17, when this route was put together, it's now it used to be the depot for HST or GWR stock, if I remember rightly. Now it's a big construction project for HS2. It might be the main terminus of the route of HS2 in London. I think there are plans to still go ahead with completing the line to the preferred London terminus, which is London Euston, but I don't think they'll have enough money to do that. I mean, there's still uncertainty now whether the project at Odo Common is even going to be finished, the station. I saw a video the other day by Jeff Marshall having a visit at the site, and certainly a lot of work has been done to it, but whether they have the time or the money to complete it remains to be seen. Certainly to London Euston is a massive question mark, but I don't think anyone really knows. Depends if they get funding for it. I'm surprised they didn't have funding to get the section to London Euston, given the green light for construction. It would be quite cool if we could have a HS2 in Train World. Even as a concept, it would be quite interesting. Having a route that isn't, well, it's not ready for service, let's put it that way. Be quite interesting though to have HS2 in Train World. London Euston to Birmingham. Or maybe include some original sections of HS2's concept that were never fully realised, like sections to Manchester and to Leeds, Newcastle, etc. Right, we are on the final approach to London Paddington. Speed limit is coming down to 40 miles per hour. I think we have another red signal. Indeed we do. I think that was Westbourne Park just there, actually, the tube station. You can see there the construction taking place. Certainly adds a sense of character to this route. It's got character. HS2 with a top speed of 224 miles per hour. That's fast. That'll be awesome if it ever gets finished. Would have been interesting if they started the project at places like, you know, Newcastle, Leeds, and York, and wherever else it was going to go originally. If they started the project up in those places, and obviously the government would be very keen to see the project reach London and get finished. Don't want London and the South East to miss out. Oh no, can't have that. So yeah, a bit disappointing that, you know, Manchester leg was cut, as well as, you know, the sections to Leeds and Newcastle, and I think Liverpool as well. It's part of the grand plan to connect the north to the south. Well, just have to wait and see what happens to HS2. tucked away here at the side. On platform 14. Oh my goodness me, I've gone through this red signal. Oopsie daisy. Oh well. Never mind. Oh well, never mind. That's a bit of a shame. I wasn't looking where I was going. That's my fault. Oh well. We technically finished it. I'll do it another day. Oh well. I was too busy looking at the clock. 007, I would love to see the P2 Steam locomotive come to the game. P2, that'd be quite interesting. Early HS2 coming out in Train Sim World Universe 2, if it ever happens. Yeah. There was talk about connecting HS2 and HS1 together. Oh wow, okay. I think they did, Liam, yeah, they just stopped the line as far as Birmingham. HS2. Tierra China 2008, no high-speed rail. 2022, more than any other country on Earth. Yeah, it was crazy how fast they've gone. With their development of high-speed rail. Absolutely madness. Would be nice if we could do that. But yeah, there we go. That concludes this stream on Great Western Express. One of my favourite routes in Train Sim World. As always, if you enjoyed the stream, then make sure to hit the thumbs up button below. And if you are watching for the first time, be it live or on playback, then I'd really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to the channel. The next stream will be tomorrow on Monday the 4th of December 2023. We'll be taking a look at the first German route for the game, Rapid Transit in Leipzig. So hopefully you could join me for that. If not, then I would just like to say once again, thank you very much for watching, take care, and I'll see you next time.